Good morning everyone, Sophia here, My Great Challenge. We are spending our last day in Florida at the one attraction we are both looking forward to the most. More than Disney?
Yeah.
Okay, we are at the Kennedy Space Center. We're gonna spend the whole day here. There's two centers. There's the regular museum, and then you take a bus and then you pass by the assembly line, big hangar, whatever they call it, building. And there's the Saturn V, so all of the moon stuff, the original stuff, is over there. It's kind of far from here. We are near Cocoa Beach. It's a huge space, and we're here until 5 o'clock. It's 9:30 in the morning. After that, we are checking out, driving back to the airport, dropping off the car, and back to Jersey. So I hope you enjoyed the day. This is probably going to be the highlight of our trip. Don't get me wrong, Disney was fabulous, but we really wanted to be here. So we're starting with the Explorer tour, which is the tour that's on the bus that takes you to Saturn V Complex, but it stops you along the way. That's the first thing we're doing in the morning. That way we do the complex over there first, come back here for lunch, and do the rest of the facility.
Whenever we get done with our part of the tour, we're going to drop you off at the Apollo Saturn V Center, where you will see a real Saturn V rocket, just like the ones that our astronauts took to the moon 50 years ago. You can stay at that facility for a little while. Whenever you're ready to come back, you're going to walk through the gift shop that's up there. You'll pick up another bus, just like this one. That bus will bring you right back here to the visitor complex. And that bus is going to drop you off right over there at our Atlantis exhibit. So if you have not yet been in to see Atlantis, you don't want to miss that. See the big gray cube-shaped structure there? And there's a second one under that tent. Those are segments of what's going to be a new launch tower. They're building the segments here. But
So this is the coolest part of this tour, is that they actually let you out by the assembly building. So you see those big gray doors? They actually open up and stack one behind the other all the way to the top. And we just learned that it takes about 45 minutes for the door to fully open. There's 4 of them, 2 on this side and 2 on the other side. The American flag is the largest one in the world, and you can fit 5 Empire State Building by volume within this 3 Empire State Building by volume inside the building. It is the largest single-story building in the world.
See where that construction, where all the construction cranes are over there? Whenever we assemble a big rocket on top, inside this building, we always assemble it on top of a big, what's called a mobile launch platform. It's a big square metal platform, and they're building one of those over there where those cranes are.
A new one?
A new one. And on top of that platform, they're building a new launch tower. Do you remember earlier in the tour, I showed you those launch tower segments? And I said, I'm going to show you later on where the launch tower is. That's it right there. So that launch tower is going to get taller than it is right now. That is being built for future Project Artemis missions. If you look at that open door, it's almost all the way open. There's another mobile launch platform in there, and there's another launch tower in there. And it's on top of that platform that they're building the latest SLS rocket, the Space Launch System rocket, for the Artemis II mission. You can't see the rocket from here, but you can see part of the platform. You'll see more of it when we get back on the bus. But if you can see that orange, that is part of the first stage of that new Space Launch System rocket. It's kind of hiding behind that tower that's right inside the building. Now, take a look at the roadway that's paralleling us on the left side. This is the crawler way. This is the path that the rockets take from the vehicle assembly building out to the launch pad. This is one roadway. Looks like it's two roadways, right? It's not. It's one roadway. That crawler vehicle is so big that it straddles that green belt of grass running down the middle. This roadway is 7 feet deep. It's over 2 meters deep. It's made of multiple layers of compacted fill, and it's topped with a layer of river rock that's imported from the state of Alabama. Now, the reason they use this particular river rock, when the crawler vehicle goes across here, these rocks do not spark. The SpaceX assembles their rockets horizontally rather than vertically. For this pad, they do the assembly inside the big white hangar you can start to see ahead of us. It's got a big SpaceX logo on it. And what they do is they assemble their rockets on top of a big strong back crane. The crane takes the rocket out of the hangar, up to the top of the pad, and then that crane slowly lifts the rocket up to the vertical position. Right up. If you look at the bottom, see those black arms that are sticking out to the right? SpaceX calls those the chopsticks. Those open and close, and they can go up and down that tower. They're going to use those to stack the two-stage rocket right next to the launch tower, but they're also going to use those to catch the first stage coming back down for a landing.
So this is Launchpad 39B. This is actually the launch pad for Challenger. And you see there's like sand color. Right, so there's a pit, like a whole pit underneath it. It's not that deep, but the flames go in and then it's being deflected by shells sideways. So when you look at the launch, I'll try to put a video in there so you can see it. When you look at the launch, you can see all the flame and the smoke coming to the side. And that smoke, by the way, is not from the fire, it's from the water. See the water tower right there? It's from the water they throw at it, so it's actual steam. How'd you like it?
This is really cool.
It's cool, right?
Yeah.
We love this stuff. And we didn't even go inside the center yet. This is just the tour, the outside tour.
Right.
I strongly recommend you do it. It is totally worth it. And you get to see wildlife. We saw dolphins, we saw alligators.
I saw a turtle.
Oh yeah, there's a turtle over there. We're going to look at it. What did he call it? A land tortoise?
I forget what it's called.
A gopher tortoise.
Gopher, yes.
Okay, so we're going to go see that. See if I can catch it. It's in a hole. All sorts of birds, but we saw alligators in the wild, and you know the guy's got a lot of dad jokes. Apparently they sent out a guy one day to count how many alligators they have on property. He never came back. So these are the holes that he says has gopher tortoise. Oh yeah, it's in there, I see it. I'm backlit, so I don't know if you can see it at all, but it's in there. So we're back at the assembly building, and they want us to see 3 artifacts. 4 actually. This is for scale, to show us the size of the stars and the stripes on the side of the building. But they're pretty large. Now that one is interesting. Fortunately, they never had to use it. This is an escape armed vehicle for the shuttle astronauts. If there was an emergency and they needed to get out of the capsule, they would then go on a zip line on the side of the space shuttle, zip line down, and then each astronaut has to learn how to drive this thing, and they would just escape by driving this away. The reason why they're doing this is because there's literally no one near the launch pad. They would be by themselves, and that's because of the heat. And this is the actual walkway where the astronauts would go through to get into the space shuttle. And then at the end is like a white capsule, and that white capsule is where the technicians would assist in buckling them up into their seat inside the space shuttle. And that's the original one, and I believe that's the one that was also for Challenger. So if you look at old footage, there's probably some on YouTube. You don't get to see this part here where they buckle them up. That's where we just walked. So this one is kind of like an ejector seat. It would just basically pop up in the air, and then parachutes would come out, and they would safely land the astronauts back onto Earth. This is absolutely amazing and super interesting. I hope you're still with me. I know not a lot of people are into space, but if you are, I'm sure you're thoroughly enjoying this as much as we are.
We choose to go to the moon. We choose to go to the moon. We choose to go to the moon in this decade and do the other thing. 12, 11, 10, 9. The ignition sequence start. The engines are armed. 4, 3.
This was awesome. And by the way, that's the actual control room from Apollo 8. And Apollo 8 was the first one that orbited the moon. And Jim Lowell was in it. If you remember, he's also the same Jim Lowell that was in Apollo 13. And here's Saturn V. Holy smokes, the size of it. Oh my God. It's all the way to the back. This is very well put together. They really keep the drama. Oh wow. I can't stop looking at it. Oh my God. Look at the size of this thing.
I guess they removed the seats.
Is that's where the seats were?
Yeah, see these.
Right, yeah, the armatures.
mounts?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Wow. So it's really cool the way they did it. They show you all the different stages of the rocket as it separates. Okay, so you're looking at the tip of the rocket. Here you have 3 astronauts. And we got the landing module over there.
Ya luego allí se
And
quedó
all the
en el
stages.
aire y esta parte se desconectó y es la que bajó.
And everything you see here is basically, so that's one stage. That's the one that's over there. All of this is fuel. Here is this stage. More fuel. And this part right here is this.
When I was a kid, this was going on. They
Right.
were launching and putting them on the moon and
Did you
landing
watch the
them.
landing? I was born a year later, so.
I did not watch the. Oh, I probably was sat in front of a television for Apollo 11, but I did watch all of the ones up until the final one. I mean, it excited me when I was a kid. Excellent.
This is well put together?
Yeah.
Worth it?
Yeah.
And we just started.
Yeah.
This is the part that stayed on the moon, right? So the little capsule that came back into the ocean with the red and white parachutes, would be on top of that big thing, and it just got shot up in the air. Well, in the air, in space from the moon. So this stayed on the moon. Best, most accurate space movie ever.
This is amazing, isn't it?
Yeah, but which one is the best, most accurate space movie ever?
Apollo 13 is very accurate.
Yeah?
Yeah.
And then after that? You
You
forgot
said,
the right stuff.
The right stuff is very accurate. Yeah.
That's one of my favorites.
That's a fun movie. That's a really fun movie.
Yeah. Apollo 13 was very good. These are all the badges from the launch complex. I forgot his name. The command center guy. What was his name?
No, not Deke Slayton. I can't remember.
No, it's not Dick Slayton.
What is that?
It does sound like plants. Bob? No? Oh, we forgot. This is a memorial that they have to the Apollo 1 crew. Chaffee, White, and Grimson. If you remember, these are the ones who perished inside the capsule. It just caught fire. So these are all their personal belongings. Well, or some of the personal belongings. And this is Grimson. And Ed White. Ed White was a West Point grad?
I don't know. Yeah, I guess so.
Robert Chaffee. This is the brie and turkey sandwich, and Scott got a pretzel BLT, and we got a side of salad. How was lunch?
Adequate.
Really? I really like my sandwich.
No, I mean, it was better than what we had.
Yeah.
You know, some of what we had. Better than the poutine.
Yeah, the poutine at Disney was, at Disney Spring was kind of a letdown.
Yeah.
All right, so what's your first impression so far?
This is incredible. I mean,
Bus tour was all worth it, right?
yeah, it's a bit long, but it's worth it. You learn a lot. You see a lot. I guess you get, I don't know what they do on the other bus tour, but I guess you get closer to the things that you do on the other bus tour.
Oh, the other bus tour is just transportation from A to B. That's it.
That's it.
Yeah.
It, you know, I mean, he goes through the stuff and he seems to know all of his facts. So he's a good guy. Richard. Richard was good.
What about this?
Oh, this is amazing. I mean, this, you know, you walk into the room, you got this giant rocket. You know, you're looking at the nozzles of the rocket, and it's huge. I mean, this thing is massive. You look at it in the film footage from the 1960s and the 1970s, and it's hard to get a
scale,
an idea of the scale. But then you come to a place, even if you look at somebody's photograph, it's hard to get an idea of the scale. Then you come to a place like this, and it's, you know, it's just amazingly enormous. So, and then they, you know, to top it off, have this tiny little space that they get to live in, the astronauts, for whatever it was, 2 weeks.
Yeah. I don't know how long they stayed.
I think it was like
3 days?
3 to 5 days to get to the moon and 3 to 5 days to get back, and then they had a couple days on the moon. So.
And then quarantine for a minute.
And then quarantine.
Yeah.
Yeah, they were away from their family for quite a while.
So 10 out of 10, I recommend.
We're not done yet.
We're not done yet. We still have to do the other side of the room and then take the bus back to the actual Kennedy Center, which has way more stuff. That's why we're kind of going through a little fast. I didn't realize the bus tour is going to be an hour and 40 minutes. So you definitely want to start with the bus tour if you're going to be here for only one day. And I remember when I ordered the tickets online, they were providing 2-day experience passes. If you can, do the 2 days, because you do the bus tour in the morning and then this in the afternoon, and then the following day you just do the other side. And the garden, there's still all the rockets in the garden, the memorial for Challenger. We didn't see any of that yet. So you definitely need more than, if you want to do the bus tour, you're going to need 2 days. We're not going to have time to do everything. But this is absolutely amazing, and it's very well put together. The food was good. I enjoyed my brie and, what was it, turkey sandwich?
Turkey and brie.
Turkey and brie, they warmed it up. I enjoyed it. I'm getting all weird with the light. I think that has to do with the light they're playing up on the patches. If you're into space, you absolutely must do this. And if you are doing Disney, this is a perfect non-Disney day. Obviously, you have to have a car. It's an hour and 10 minutes from Kissimmee, so it's not that far. And it was a pleasant ride, right? It's just highway, basically.
Yeah, it's just highway.
And then you go over the bridge to Merritt Island. It's not a bad drive at all. So yeah, I recommend it. We're gonna continue, go through the shop, take the bus, and get to the Kennedy Center. That's where they have all the flight simulators and stuff. It's gonna be fun. I don't know how much time we got left. 2 o'clock. We got 3 more hours. We're speaking of the landing module. Here's the inside of it.
Not a lot of room.
Oh, look, they even have the window with the little earth in it.
See these right here? I think that pulls across, and
That's the hammock where they were sleeping?
yeah. Or maybe it's this side. I'm not sure of it.
And the moon buggy. So this one is from Apollo 16. This is Apollo 14. This is Apollo 17. Too much of a glare. And then these are Apollo 17 astronaut suits. And I think Apollo 17 is the last one. You know, when you watch the evolution of all the spacesuits, you can still see how they didn't know if they wanted to be Star Trek or for real. Look, this is so sci-fi inspired. The armored
metal
one,
one?
yeah. I guess we wanted to remember this trip. We went a little bonkers on the. We bought mugs. Look at the mugs. And then T-shirts for the kids, magnets. This one is really cool. Hey, we rock it every day. All right. And then Scott bought patches, Apollo 13 and 11.
Yep.
Right. We have what, 2.5 hours to do the other one?
I guess so.
Yeah. All right. Let's go. Buses depart every 10 minutes to the Kennedy Center. So remember, when you come here, there's 2 different museums. This is the Atlantis Center. Yes, you're looking at the booster for the Atlantis Shuttle. I'm getting all emotional over this because this is my generation.
It's incredible.
You have to get down.
can't move it. I'm not meant for space. In this one, we can actually go inside it. And you can sit as the commander. What does it look like from the front? Oh, you got the navigation stuff, yeah.
Yeah, there's no display in there.
They have like a really good view. You know, as opposed to all of the other stuff they had before.
Like the Canada and stuff.
This is really cool. This is really cool.
This is the largest thing that they've used to bring people back from space in.
Right.
It's incredible how huge it is.
And you know the little movie they showed us at the beginning? I had no idea the concept started in 71.
Yeah.
Like right before they stopped the Apollo missions is when they started this concept, and they had so many different trial and errors.
You know, they were talking at one point about having the cargo bay and filling that up with people so it would all
Right.
have...
I have no doubt we'll get to that. I don't know if it's going to be in our lifetime, but listen, we're going to space. Okay, this is about, I think it's a simulator of gravity. They have a lot of activities for kids here, so I think it's perfect. This is at the toilet. The loo.
And this is for urination.
Oh, fun.
Yeah.
You get all sorts of buttons. You know, if you feel fidgety, this is when you sleep standing up. This is no gravity, doesn't really matter. Is this, oh, that's leg exerciser, look. They show you. Or, you know, maybe like arms, I'm not sure, but it's an exerciser so that you don't lose bone density because you don't come back the same. Hey, that's the Axiom uniform. Huh. International Space Station, Axiom. This is nice. Okay. How do they eat? Poorly. Where is it that, oh, was it at that IMAX we did a couple of weeks ago? They told us like one of the tidbits that nobody knows about the International Space Station is that it absolutely stinks inside.
Yeah, I remember
That's what
that,
she
yeah,
said, right?
yeah.
Because it can be aired out.
Can't be ventilated.
Right, so supposedly it really smells
Yeah.
terrible. That's the memorial for Challenger. We're gonna do the flight simulator first. Atlantis did 33 missions, Discovery 39 missions. Endeavour was the last one. She did 25 missions. Challenger did 10. Columbia 28. And Enterprise was the test. Is this how they transport the astronauts to the shuttle, to the launch pad? in the Airstream. What does it look like on the inside? Yeah, just the essentials. We'll see you on the other side.
This is a
because
very realistic
we're gonna put
simulation
everything
of a
away.
real
You
NASA
can't have
launch.
cameras.
Everything here is for real.
So the simulator, basically, they put you in seats that are like 90 degrees and they tilt you like this, and then they shake you a lot. You feel your jowls, shaking. And then they got light and sound. And then once you arrive in space and the boosters are gone, when the booster leaves, they tilt you forward a little bit, and then they do a thing where they move you back, so you do feel like you hit the brakes, and then it gets silence. And you stay in that position, look forward for a little bit, for about maybe 40 seconds, and they open up the top of the shuttle, and of course, you see Earth, right? So it was very well done. It's not a thrill ride, it was cute. But still, you should do it, because we had fun. Didn't they have it go over the stadium at the opening of the 1984 Los Angeles Olympics?
I don't remember that.
I think I do.
They might have. I just don't
Yeah,
remember it.
I think they did.
What I saw there
They
was-
had the Boeing transporting the shuttle going over the stadium.
That could be.
What did you think of the simulator?
Well, I mean, I felt my fat shake.
Mine too.
Yeah, like
yeah.
you could feel it, like trying to leave your body.
Yeah, if only it could. Wow. Uh-oh. Way to go, Scott. Look at you landing. Thank you for traveling with Scott Airways. So we're gonna check out the, oh no, wait, we have the Challenger Memorial. We didn't do that. We're gonna do the Challenger Memorial, and then we're gonna check out the outside, and we'll be ready to check out and leave and go to the airport. I can't tell you what time it is now.
What about how big this thing is?
It's 4:26. Scott, we got 34 minutes before they close.
Okay.
Do you want to check out the outside and skip the Challenger,
The,
the Memorial?
yeah, we can skip that.
Skip it? Okay. All right, let's go outside then, because we want to see the Saturn rockets and the Gemini and what's the other one?
Gemini,
Mercury. Mercury. Do you want it?
For $100? No.
Do you want me to go on 8 books and see if I can find it?
Yeah, I mean, like if, I mean, it just seems like a good, like, holiday kind of thing,
Okay.
you know?
All right. You guys gonna have to remind me that it's a Christmas card. All right, you're gonna have to remind me because I'm gonna forget. I really like those illustrations, Scott, but not for $30. This is really neat. Did you see that one?
Yeah.
Patches. Yeah, this is all NASA stuff. The other stores were dedicated to either Atlantis or Saturn. Alright, let's go see the rockets. So there's way more. Okay, over here we have the Mars rover, we have the astronaut training center, that's for kids. It's kind of like a, not space camp, but similar. They have Journey to Mars. There's an IMAX theater over there, Deep Sky. It's probably similar to the one they have at your local planetarium. Universe Theater. Oh, Milky Way ice cream shop. I could go for that. So, you definitely need 2 days, right?
Looks that way.
Because there's another thing over there, Spaceport KSC. It's called Gateway. I'm not sure what's in it. There's Legends, Heroes and Legends, Hall of Fame. Definitely didn't have time to do everything. Alright, so we're 20 minutes before closing. I checked out on the internet what is that Gateway thing, because I have FOMO, okay? Fear of missing out?
Yeah.
Okay. So I checked on the internet. It's all the deep space stuff, all the SpaceX is in there, Blue Horizon is in there, jet propulsion. Hey, come on, we can't miss that. So we're going, and we're gonna wait for them to kick us out, basically. You definitely need 2 days to see the Kennedy Space Center, okay? Oh, wow. Wow! Oh, that's, where is it? Yeah, that's Dragon, isn't it? With the panels. I think it is. Yes, it is. Okay, that's Blue Origins right there. That's the Starliner, and that's the SpaceX capsule. Okay, so here's Blue Origin, and if you were wondering, the Katy Perry thing, okay, that's where she was. She was into that capsule. Oh, it looks like they have VR stuff. Oh, man. Okay, this one is the Boeing Starliner. And here's the SpaceX one. Okay, so they have a Boeing Starliner simulator. Here's a SpaceX suit. We're trying to dock in the International Space Station. You're getting closer to target. It's 9 meters 16, 8 meters 35. Okay, keep going. 7 meters. 1 meter. Okay, we're not going home, okay? You moved back. We're back to 2 meters. Okay, keep doing it. Point 8. 0.7, 0.6, 0.5, 0.4, 0.3, 0.2, 0.1. Success!
Did it?
We're going home! So, we're the only ones left. You can say we opened the place and closed it. This was really cool. I'm glad we stopped by the gateway. We got to see Dragon, and I thought they were closing. These people are about to get really disappointed. This was fun, right? I'm glad that we turned around.
I'm glad.
Okay, so that was it. That was the Kennedy Space Center. I recommend 2 days. Get the 2-day pass. There's a lot of things we didn't get to do, especially if you have little guys. If you want to do the IMAX theaters, if you want to do the astronaut experience, we skipped the whole Astronaut Hall of Fame. We didn't do the Challenger Memorial. On the other side, they have the moon trees. There are seeds that the astronauts took to the moon and then brought them back, and they've been growing trees out of them. So that's the Moon Tree Garden. There's so many more stuff that we couldn't do. There's 2 theaters, right? The Universe Theater. There's the thing about Mars. Upstairs here, they have 4 different movies. You need 2 days. You need 2 days, okay? So, are we coming back?
Yeah, I would come back.
Right?
Yeah.
Okay. This was a lot of fun. I hope you enjoyed it. I tried to show you as much as I could. It's kind of difficult to film and, do the whole experience at the same time. I may have skipped a few things. I wanted to give you kind of an idea of what to expect when you go to Kennedy Space Center. We learned a few things along the way, and the food was good, but now it's time to go home. So that was our 3 days together. Remember, I've been here since last Tuesday, but that was our 3-day together for our 25th wedding anniversary. Happy anniversary, Scott. Have you enjoyed it?
Yes, I have. Have you?
Absolutely.
Okay.
So, really quick, Disney,
Yeah.
0 to 10.
Well, listen, it's the American vacation. It's a 10.
It's
you
a
know?
10? Okay. Kennedy Center?
10.
All right. The Warbird Museum we did yesterday, that's for Patreon,
yeah,
sorry.
Probably a good 7.
A good 7? Okay. So Disney's a 10. Surprised. I know you are. This was a 11, okay? So I would definitely do both. If we come back, we'll do several days. 1 park a day for Disney. We only wanted to give it 1 day just to see the sights, okay? Experience it and figure out whether or not we want to come back. We do. And we'll come back here and do 2 days. So sounds like a 5-day vacation to me. But our legs are mush, okay? Mush. Thumbs up if you liked it. Subscribe right here in the corner. And don't forget to hit that bell button so you get notified whenever I post another video. Find me on Facebook and Instagram at mygreatchallenge. I'm going to upload a bazillion, okay, bazillion reels and pictures on Instagram, so you're gonna get to see it, and it's gonna last probably for a whole month because I have filled up my phone capacity with videos. So yeah, you'll get sick and tired of it. I will see you next time. Thanks for watching.